Oh, hold on. I gotta restart the stream. TikTok. Give me 1 second. Hello again, Twitch. Oh no, you're not. You're not here yet. Hello again, Twitch. Welcome back. Yeah, TikTok doesn't seem to know what close means. Hello, Cam. Dude, oh my god, close. Ah. Dude, come on. Well, the person who said that they want to see me rage is getting their wish come true. Oh my god, I'm going to take a bath with a toaster here real soon. There we go. Finally, TikTok closed. Thank you, Cam. Sorry, everybody. Don't mean to be dramatic. It's just this is frustrating. Like everything's been working fine for like the last 2 weeks. Now we're back to this crap. Yeah, TikTok is down on purpose. I closed it. I mean, hey, at least TikTok says I'm in the top 5% of streamers, so I got that going for me, I guess. Boom. Okay. We are back. Just remember, to any aspiring streamers out there, you have to be really good at tech support on your own computer. Okay? Just remember that. Hey, Rogue. How you doing? All right. We're back. At least I hope we are. I really hope OBS didn't like reset any of my stream settings, because I'll be really ticked off. I had to like really specifically tweak some things under the hood to make it run smoother. Hey, well that's neat. Well, I'm glad you got to leave work early. I am back, Maury, yes. I apologize for that. I had to reset the stream because TikTok wasn't properly restarting the source. You'll let me know by donating more points if it happens again. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. What's up, Duck? How you doing? You got some Mickey D's? Heck yeah. Get you some Mickey D's. You can't hear me? Well, ain't that beautiful? Ain't that just freaking fantastic? Because now TikTok can't hear me. And yeah, I can see the mic not moving an inch, so that makes sense. Okay, did voice mod crash too? Yeah, voice mod crashed too. Sure. Why not extend the saga of torture that is the Slacker live stream? Gotta close out voice mod real quick. Dude, come on, please. Man. Microsoft, I want you to know that you all can suck every giant, monstrous, veiny potato out there because your task manager is garbage. Where are you, voice mod? I just saw you. Did it close? Oh, there you Okay, how about now? Can everybody hear me? Okay, I can see the mic moving. Mondays, am I right? All right, can we just have the rest of the stream go okay, please? Would that be, am I allowed, Microsoft and whatever sick twisted deity that runs the luck of my life? Am I allowed to have a good rest of stream now? Okay. Anyways, Duck, as I was saying, if you want me to stream your game when you make it and you're good to go, then yes, I will take a key. And I would love to stream your game. What's up, Maury? Wait, you can't hear me again? Oh my god. Oh my god. ¿Por qué? Mi vida.
Raj has got a roach redeemed hydrate. Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Mi vida es solamente dolor. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have to switch TikTok over to normal microphone because voice mod's not working. This happened last time and it was really angering me. Okay, what about now? Now can you hear me, TikTok? Yeah, you're gonna be able to hear Foxy because he's on a separate output. Okay. Alright, thank you everybody. Let me know if it happens again, okay? Yes, voice mod is a program that I use to let people change my voice if they so please. But honestly, nobody uses it that much, so I think I'm just probably gonna close it or like turn that off because all it does is just cause me problems. Yeah. Oh my god, it happened again. Life is pain. Life is pain. All I wanna do is stream my goddamn game. Okay, so there we go. Put it in through there. For some reason, voice mod is like scared that if I don't make it the like in focus like 99% of the time, that it's gonna like die or something. Okay. Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now. Gone again, huh? Okay. I think I'm just gonna give up. I think I'm just gonna go live in the mountains somewhere. I think I'm gonna become a goat herder up in the mountains. Because I hate technology so much. Okay, can you guys hear me now? Okay, I'm going to wait here for a second to see if something changes. Early access to content other people will have to wait for, and if needed, wanted a voice cameo. I don't know if you want me to do a voice in your game, sure. Just send a script over to my agent. Yeah, no, if you want me to, I will. All right, it looks like it's staying up. Okay. Everything good? You guys still hear me? Am I still audible? No, I don't think I read your idea either, and I apologize. I think things kind of went chaotic. Things went wonky as soon as, Okay. Okay, I think we're okay. If I ever play Goat Sim 3 again and want someone to collab with, you got it. You got it, dude. This thing can hit hard, so I gotta be careful. Also, it takes forever to attack, and I hate it. There's no more things. Oy. This thing has 3,000 HP. I think we're gonna be here a while, guys. Just saying. I'm alright, Maury. Was just a little bit frustrated there for a bit because, you know. Oh, really? That does no damage? That's neat. You ran over your glasses? Oof. Sorry to hear that, man. That's a big oof that moment. My Jesus. You're always looking for VAs. Hey, if you want me to actually do a voice acting thing, your idea was to rip the IV out and run out of the hospital? Don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta finish out your time there. Make sure you get healthy, okay? You can't pay me? That's fine. Look, most indie things are usually done pro bono or just like, you know, for the love of the game. So don't sweat it. I mean, if anybody ever has a project and they want Old Slacker to be a voice or design a character or whatever, just let me know. I can't guarantee you that I can be consistent with my time because unfortunately I am an adult with a big boy job. So, oi, 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 oi. There's that one VTuber, I forget his name, but he's in everything. I don't think that guy ever says no to any voice acting role. And honestly, if I ever got big enough, that'd probably be me too. Just saying. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, it hasn't been that long, Maury. It's okay. We're not in the levels of, oh, I need to go take a nice long break yet. Dodge? How about you dodge? I'll dodge your ass right out of this stream. I'm just kidding. I did not forget to hydrate. Alright, it's got to recharge. Oh, he's about to shoot my ass. The thing is, Rogue, my redeems never get, like, marked off the list. Because there's, like, a thing where, like, all of the redeems are on the list, and you can see, like, when your redeem gets, what's the word? It's like, your redemption has been... Anyways, it's like, acknowledged or something like that. Like, oh, yeah, the redemption is complete. Whatever. I can't think of the frickin' name. Would I crack the Mind Flayer? Hell no. Get out of here with that. I kill Mind Flayers whenever I see them. Okay, I'm dead. Like when I play Baldur's Gate 3, any chance I get to put my boot on the frickin' Emperor, I do. Hate that guy. What question was that? Go to the TikTok chat and you'll see, Cam. You'll see what question that was. Okay, you're a bit of a jerk. Immediately opening up with a shoot. Alright, Rogue. No, 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 no. Where do you think you're going, buddy boy? I think it's because he used the word crack instead of anything else. I don't think TikTok's filtering system quite has that word in its codex. Their username gives you a hint on the answer. I know, right? Nah, I hate the Emperor. All my homies hate the Emperor. People are very strange. It's okay, Mori. I appreciate your diligence. But I also don't want you worrying too much about it, alright? Ouch. 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 Please stop. I should probably eat this gross food. Shut up, Link. Eat it. There are starving kids in Hyrule who don't get their food. Yes. It's okay, Mori. Don't worry about it. Some people, yeah. I'm like the weirdest person of them all, so it's like, you know. You see me play with my friends on some of the games that we play, and you're like, what is this boy on? It's cheating. Keep fighting these things so much, especially when they're the greater strength challenges. That hurt him. I got tossed like stir fry rice. Link fried rice? Link did what to the rice? You know what? I think this wand just might be the thing. Might be the trick. Look at him. Little idiot can barely handle it. Hey, how are you? Oh, shite. Scheisse. What? What? One VA who's everywhere is Michael Kova. I've actually never heard of that voice actor. What are they? What is he in? You're hallucinating, or I said Scheisse? I did say Scheisse. Cuphead. Oh. You know what voice actor seems like they'd be a lot of fun to work with is the one who did Astarion's voice, or Matt Mercer. Hello, Mr. Tickles. Who am I and what am I doing in your algorithm? I'm invading your algorithm. I'm like the Tiny Toons. I'm invading your TV. Do I know German? I know some words in German. But I don't like speak the language. I'm a complete poser. Don't I have work in the morning? Wait, you trying to say I'm old or something? But yes, I do have work in the morning. I'm very irresponsible with my time. I can't jump to save my life. Oh, finally! Jeez, I was wondering when I was gonna finally get a flurry rush. Language is hard for you, and so is English. Hey, you know what? English is like 40 languages all in an overcoat, so don't worry about it. Hi, Aki, how you doing? Aren't we all, Mr. Tickles? Aren't we all? We are all but human, so it's understandable. Chicken nugget. Is this a major shrine of strength? It is. And I'm getting my major butt handed to me by it. Just got home from work? Heck yeah. Well, welcome home, Aki. Ouch. See what I mean? I looked away for 1 second. And Slacky is doing a-okay. So Slacky is getting wrecked. I can't time these freaking jumps to save my life. Oh, that's not good. How was work, Aki? Jax and the Amazing Digital Circus. I did not have any stamina. Gonna have to eat this. A lot of office duties. Oof. Look at you being all diligent and whatnot. Murder drones. I don't know much about murder drones. And by much, I mean anything. Jesus, I gotta be careful. Everywhere in indie productions. God damn it, I gotta be careful. I gotta start shoveling food in my mouth. Yeah, that ought to do. I need to save the bass. Yeah, it's kind of a bitch move right there. Finally. Okay. It's the no. Well, I missed you being in my streams. I know you've been super busy with all of your stuff. Also, I saw your video about your collab. Congratulations on that. Okay, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. Can kill him in time. Bye. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. So what's that all about? Is that like a sponsorship? Like a traditional sponsorship? Are they paying you every time people buy their stuff, or like, what's up with that? Nice, nice. That's rad. When's the Aki Gamer Subs flavor? Oh my God, the game's lagging. Yeah, Mori's our Mori's our diligent little mod. They've been doing a fantastic job so far. Nothing but bad things, I promise, Aki. I'm just kidding. We're fighting at Panera Bread? Alright. I'm bringing the overcharged lemonade then. That was terrible. Though I am curious, Aki, if you did get a Gamer Subs flavor, what flavor would you want it to be? For me, I think I would go with like a mango habanero flavor. Although I think they already have that. To watch my health. Strawberry something. I love strawberry something. Hey Mari, how you doing? Is it like a mystery flavor, Aki?
Welcome back from the ad break. Now go away.
Being babied at work? Ooh, I don't like when that happens. Like when people treat you like a dingus and you're like, can you not, please? Strawberry lemonade. Ooh, yum, that's good. Thank you for all the gifts, Aki. Appreciate it. Made you sit in the car so you wouldn't be standing off to the side. Well, they didn't even like give you something to do? That's rude. I got bonked. Yeah, I did get bonked. That's just how Aki says hello. I gotta run. No, Link, run. Please, run. This is gonna be a long fight. I still gotta figure out the gravity in it, though, in Warudo, so that, like, when things hit me, it actually, like, moves me around. Gonna get bruises? I don't bruise easily. It's okay. Yo, what's up, Zombie Saint? How you doing? Long time no see. Yeah, it's a mutual thing. We beat each other up. Ow, my neck. $35 degrees. Holy cow. Well, make sure you stay nice and cool, okay? You're an unk today? You mean like you became someone's uncle or what? Did you find out how old you are, really? You're in a car? Okay, good. Well, welcome to the unk club. You're getting old? Don't worry about it. There's nothing wrong with getting old. Remember, old is just a state of mind, okay? What's an unk? It's like an old person. Supposedly, it's just slang for somebody who's older than you. I've been reassured by many young people that it is not derogatory. It's just a way that like kids are like, "Hey, what's up, old person?" without being rude. Right? Am I right about that? Like it has nothing to do with being old or being rude. People call you auntie. Isn't that like a certain age though? Like in Asian culture, you reach a certain age and everybody calls you auntie. Because really, I don't think that's something we do in our culture. We don't call everybody auntie unless they're like best friends with your mom or something. Okay, we gotta lock in on this one. Oh, crap. Okay. Okay, never mind. He's still doing this one. Careful, careful, careful. New model? Heck yeah. A guy model or a gremlin? I think. Oh. Go for gremlin. You're technically an aunt to your two nieces. I mean, I think that's a lot more than just technical. I think, like, you are their aunt. I need a gremlin model too, though, Aki, so I'm with you on that one. Though it's a little bit more difficult being a 3D VTuber, you know? Heck yeah, Aki. That'll be so much fun. Like, if we ever do a collab, we can both just use our gremlin models. Oh shoot, there goes my shield. I mean, if you do a PNG, I technically have a PNG gremlin. My artist made me one. There was like this meme going on in like I think it was like in Chinese internet space. There was like this meme going on of the characters from what's that show called? My Dress Up Darling. And she wanted to like contribute to the meme factor, so she drew me in that status. And they're basically little gremlins dressed up in these like little fuzzy costumes. So I have one already. So if you get one, then we can both be gremlins when we do collaborations. I'll show it to you. I don't think I've shown it off to very many people. Because I've only ever done like one collab stream in which there was a whatchamacallit, like for us to do the reactives. So I've only ever been able to show it off like once. Thank you for the gift, Saki. OBS isn't that hard to set up. It is a bit of a monster if you're not used to setting up stuff like that, but there are like tutorials and whatnot. I learned OBS off of YouTube videos, so don't even worry. And you can also ask me questions too, you know, if you want. I'll do my best to help. Well, don't you use 2D Live, Aki? Or do you use something else for your VTuber model plus OBS? Ah, hate this laser part. Whoever's idea it was to make the eye be like a pixel perfect thing that you gotta shoot, I want to hit them in the face. VTube Studio. Oh, that's what it's called. VTube Studio. Back when I was like naive and thinking that like I could find a base 2D model that I would liked, I tried getting VTube Studio set up, and then I got all upset that they don't take 3D models. Oh well. Gosh, heckin' darn it. Wait, it does take 3D models? The thing Vroid connects to. Are you talking about Spout 2? God. You use your 3D model on VTube Studio, but really? Huh. Okay. Well, I have been under the incorrect assumption this entire time. Oh god. Oy. I'm not fast enough at this part. Hate this part so freaking much, dude. You know what? I'm just gonna go with... I'm just gonna start off with the heavy hitters now that I think I got the timing down for the dodges. This is some Dark Souls level shit right here, man. Did you share? If not, it's okay. Thank you for sharing, though. I appreciate it. Very kind of you. Oh. They have to give this guy so much health, though. Like, for real? I feel like this is a personal slight on me, TBH. I'm doing it, Aki. I'm trying. I just got to figure out that the laser part. I don't know what to do. Like, do I just need to run, or can I deflect it somehow? Because the thing is, I'm not good with this part here. Like, this deflection thing. When I first played this game, I was really good with the deflection. I could deflect guardian beams like nobody's business. I mean, if you want, Maury, I appreciate everybody's presence, so you know. But I also respect your time. If you got somewhere you gotta be, then you got somewhere you gotta be. There we go, jeez. Well then, by all means, stay. I welcome everybody's presence. Well, I mean, oi, 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 oi. I mean, just because she's here doesn't mean, you know, we can't use extra mods or whatever, but it doesn't mean you have to leave. It's not like you guys are on a shift or something and you're like swapping out shifts. Please hit. Hate fighting this thing so much. Oh, that's nice. Could have used that last hit to do some damage. Oh, I hate this fight so much, dude. Ugh. I gotta love that really, really condescending message that it plays every time I die, where it's like, hey, maybe like stop throwing yourself at enemies, yeah? You kind of suck at this game, but like, just like, give up, dude. Do something else. Hey, welcome back. It is rude. It's like, geez, what did I do to you? Let me play the game, man. Stop telling me that I suck and to give up. I get enough of that from my chat. Just kidding. Those chumps are pipsqueaks. That they are. That they are. Yeah, it's okay. I think I bored them to tears. Oh my god. I got the timing off by like one freaking frame. You can't fight me over that, Aki. You can't fight me over the truth. I speak only truths. What? Who's been telling you guys all these lies, huh? I will fight you. See, this is you right here, Aki. That's you right there. I'm fighting you. There's nothing you can do about it. Ouch. You got hands. Gosh. Oh yeah, I should eat. I should eat. I should definitely eat. Man, why is all my stuff so badly damaged? Who could have done this to me? You're all gonna fight you versus me? Is that how this is? You guys think you stand a chance? No self-degradation. Oh, I'm afraid to tell you this, but that's like 99% of my comedy style. Oops. I jumped the wrong way. Okay, is this the... Nope, it's the regular laser. Am I okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Just currently getting my head knocked off by a robot. But, you know, same old, same old. How are you doing? And I give up. Okay, here comes the mega lasers. Ugh. Oh my god, how many times is he gonna shoot? I don't know what to do. I am not good at this part. Yeah, I can't. I can't. I can't deflect lasers, man. I'm not good at this. Ugh. Alright, I'm probably gonna give this a couple more tries, and then we're just gonna go do something else, because... Hold shield and roll to the side. Not when he's blasting me 3 times in a row. You're supposed... What you're supposed to do is deflect those lasers with this. But I can't do it. I used to be able to do it when I first played the game. But now, I'm not... I don't have those skills anymore. Yeah, Duck, I'm good. I'm good. Don't worry about it, man. Okay. He jumped to the wrong direction. You know, luckily I have not had to fight any Lionels yet, except for the one right before the Zora fight, Zora boss battle. God almighty. Hey John, how's it going? What's going on, friend? This would obliterate a medieval peasant. Are you talking about the robot, or are you talking about the USS Dwight D. Eisenhower? Because I agree, that would obliterate a medieval peasant. What's up, John? How you doing, man? How's your night going? The robot? Yeah. Well, I mean, as you can clearly see, the robot is obliterating a medieval peasant. And yes, I'm calling Link a medieval peasant. I mean, technically, though, he's a knight, so I don't... He's actually not a peasant. He's a medieval... Oh, he does come from peasant roots. So... I'm alright. I am tired as well, man. I am tired as well. You having a good Monday evening, though? Luckily, I didn't have work today, so, you know, that helped out a bunch. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I pushed the button. Okay, we're gonna go do something else. We're gonna go do something else. I'm not doing it. What's up, Angel? Do the actions work here on TikTok? Which actions? Hi, SKZ. Welcome back. I mean, if you're talking about the commands that I have set up, then they all work except for the hydrate one. I'm still trying to figure out why that one doesn't work. Yeah, they all work except for hydrate. Tickfinity hasn't quite explained why. Okay, there is a... Oh my gosh, why is the thing lagging so badly? Hello? Let's just watch the thing. Bye, SKZ.
Maurice Little Story says, drink water, please.
Way ahead of you. Ouch, my neck.
Nothing. Just as I thought. It appears that this structure was designed to be exclusively accessed by the sword's chosen one. But designs can always be worked around. At least I hope. How do I get inside?
Are you calling me a
I
cheater?
need to activate it somehow.
He's like, yo, Zelda, what the hell? Why'd you run away from
I
me?
thought I made it clear that I'm not in need of an escort. It seems I'm the only one with a mind of my own. I, the person in question, am fine, regardless of the king's orders. Return to the castle and tell that to my father, please.
Nah, I ain't your messenger. Link's like, dude, I'm just doing a job. I'm just doing my job.
And stop following me!
Go for it, Angel. Do it as much as you want. Back to haunt me? Oh, please. It's not haunting. Your presence is welcomed. Okay. So I'm just gonna go do something else. Because that was bogus. I think we need a lot more HP for that fight. Okay, so we're gonna continue the journey towards There. Thank you, Angel. Doing chores for now? Oh man, doing late night chores ain't that great. Ain't the life of an adult just fantastic, Aki? This isn't how they told us life would be. I did, I said thank you. Well, don't forget that some people also don't know how to accept compliments because they don't receive very many in their life. Okay. Well, that's why I tell you, you are, excuse me, you are an excellent mod. You are doing a fantabulous job. I will pay you in many of Foxy's pizzas. Don't tell him I said that. Hey, where's my dang horse, man? Where's my goddamn horse? I tell you, that boy ain't right. I'm so excited to get my stream deck. Oh yeah, Aki, did I tell you I got a stream deck? Every day we get more and more professional here on the Slacker channel. I did. It's not here yet though. I had to save up for it. But yeah, I got a stream deck. And I'm gonna fill that bad boy up with so many soundboards. You guys are gonna get so sick and tired of it. Were you here before? I mean, your name looks familiar, Angel. You quite possibly could have been here before. We continue our journey after getting our head smashed in. Okay. Okay. It's time to run. Time to run. Corrale. That okay, so that is the shrine I gotta, or the tower I gotta get up to. What kinds of edits do you make, Maury? It's kind of funny because I had somebody who joined my streams a lot, and they said that they wanted to like exclusively make edits of my streams. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. You do as you want. And then they went off and became their own streamer. I was like, you know what? I'm proud of you. Good job. I think they must have gotten like a stroke of inspiration and were like, I'm gonna go off and be a VTuber myself. I'm like, you know what? Good on you. The more the merrier. Ones of your OCs. Oh, neat. Okay, there is far too many enemies. That sounds like fun, though. And more, you said you do a lot of like D&D styled stuff, right? Or is it that you just play a lot of D&D? Speaking of D&D, I was thinking of modding. I think I might have already said this, so apologies if you're hearing this story again. I was thinking of modding Baldur's Gate to get the Tabaxi race, and I was gonna make my kitty and then play as either the Dark Urge or just make her a regular like sarcastic character. Okay, where's the eyeball for this thing? The Bantha Tower. I don't think I can get up there until because there's like a ring of this malice stuff part way up. Ah, you'll get there, Maury. Don't you worry. It just takes time. It just takes some time. Give a little, get a little. Ah, there's the eyeball. Found ya.
Angel says a character is cuter than my dog, TBH.
Cuter than your dog? What? I don't think so. Nobody is cuter than a dog. But I do appreciate the compliment. Sometimes I feel like I have like a mix between like Pomeranian energy and Labrador intelligence. Am I lagging at all? I think it might just be the game because of the area I'm in. I'm not playing on a Switch 2, by the way. Can't afford a Switch 2. So we're playing on the regular Switch, and there are some areas in Switch 1 Breath of the Wild that are kind of laggy. I'm wondering if it's just that, or if the capture card thing is messing up at all. What do you guys think that this Chico liquid tastes like? I bet you it's like highly irradiated. It'd probably kill you instantly. Is a Undertale AU. What's that? I mean, I know what Undertale is, but what's an AU? Is it gold? Undertale gold? I like gold. All right, let's see. What shrines do we have? There's the Rito village. I mean, we are going to do the Rito village next, but I want to get the Master Sword first. Oh, I see two. Maybe we ought to just pay the Ritos a visit. And there is a horse place. All right, let's go there. We're gonna go pay the Ritos a village. Why do I keep saying village? A visit. The Ritos a visit. Good gracious. Alternate universe. Oh, okay. What is it? One in which Sans is a human or something, or Papyrus is actually funny. Just kidding. Hey Tia, how you doing? You slept in, you're late for school? Naughty, naughty. That's a bad girl, Tia. Hey Mousy, how you doing? What the hell? What are you saying such weird things for, Mousy? You okay? OC is adopted by... Oh, okay, okay. I see. That's interesting sounding. Yes, I do remember, Mousy. I remember when you were watching. Well, what kind of character do you see me portraying? If you want an idea of what kind of character you think I'd fit in your story, I have a whole Undertale playthrough on the YouTube channel. Oh man, ain't acne the greatest, said nobody ever. I'm sorry to hear that, Tia. Mousy, are you doxing yourself? What are you doing? Hmm. You want me to be Sans, huh? Hey, horse, how come you led me here and not to the horse ranch, huh? Gotta go up on the road. No, but you want to. What? What's wrong with you? Do not dox yourself, Mousy. Ow. Thank you, Aki. That was a good thud. Doxing's bad, okay? Okay, please don't dox yourself, okay? Please keep your personal information to yourself, okay? I live in a cereal box? Hey, I live in a tree house, okay? I live in a tree house with Foxy, and that's all I need. Okay, we're going there. Okay, horse, please be careful. Horse, be careful. Horse, careful. Careful, horse, careful, please. Please be careful. Please be careful. Oh my gosh, please be careful. I am so scared right now. Can change weapons. Yeah, see, even the horse is scared. How big is the treehouse? It's like a, it's got 4 big rooms, a huge giant kitchen, and the main part of it is a big living room in which I have all of my gaming equipment, and then the big old red couch. What's up, Tia? The RDR glitch you can do on the bridge? Oh, are you talking about the one where you can get sent to Mexico? You gonna play Breath of the Wild alongside me? I never did the Red Dead Redemption 2 glitch. If I do own Red Dead Redemption 2 on the on Steam now. So I could definitely actually try to do the glitch. It'd be funny. Okay, if memory serves me, I need a bunch of wood. Because they're like rebuilding a what do you call it? Bridge. If you left now, you'd make it in time. Tia, you gotta go to school. It is muy importante. You need to go to school. Oh God. Have you ever had a dream that that you could that you're not going to school? That's naughty. Don't be naughty. That's why you know how to spell. I'm not gonna read that word. What? Telekinesis Gandasis. How are you level 7? Because there's not a lot of people. There's not very many people here, you know, as you can see. So it's quite easy to get that level. Hey Gojo, how you doing? Long time no see, bud. You know what's funny is if you manage to actually fly up to the bird, which, you know, it takes some doing, it actually shoots you out of the sky. I did it one time by getting a whole bunch of Octorok balloons, and then I floated up there and then got blasted out of the sky. You're alive? Man, I feel that. Well, at least you are alive, you know? You get to fill your lungs with fresh, sweet air. Your heart is beating. The sun is shining on you. You know? Did I get some sleep? Yeah, I got some sleep. Thanks for asking. I'm doing okay, you know? Things is thingin'. Hey, what's up, Ghost? I'm doing alright, thanks for asking. Soy Ghost, are you a ghost made of soy, or are you introducing yourself in Spanish? Did I get Pats? What's Pats? What's that? You're a bipedal cat who doesn't wear shoes. But your name is Mousy though, and your avatar is a Mousy. Paradex, you every time you come in here, you push it a little bit further, don't you? Neither one of those things describes me. But hey, how you doing? Oh no, what is this? We've got ourselves a little puzzle, huh? Oh no, that's just great. You're having yourself a wee fucking little puzzle here. You're playing Breath of the Wild? Alright. Let's see who can get to the bird first. Alright, I gotta see what this puzzle's all about. What do we need to spin? Thank you, Aki. Your sister nicknamed you Mousy. Oh. Is it because you're small? Yeah, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed... Am I supposed to be trying to spin all of the spinners? I have a feeling that's what we're supposed to do, is spin all the spinners. Na 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 na. Okay, so this one's not looking at anything, so we can just spin this one around. I've looked at some of the E2 pictures. What are you talking about? I've also been busy today, and then I started streaming. See? I knew it. That's what I was supposed to do. Alright, beef jerky boy, give me your ball. Okay, well then I'll look at it later, okay? Okay. Speaking of pictures in the Discord, I keep forgetting to post my vacation pics, so that you guys can see the cool lights from the place that I went to. Don't phrase it like that. Phrase what? You and your friends were obsessed with rodents, so your friends became kangaroo rats? The spirit's gift. You don't like it when I tell the beef jerky man to give me his ball? Hello. Gilly. It sounds wrong. Uh-oh, I'm gonna say it. Why did my stream... Yeah, we were having problems on Twitch. I'm sorry for the spam. Twitch was having issues. Oh my goodness, I don't remember this guy. Oh, a visitor. Welcome to... Oh. Oh. That object on your hip. Could it be? Forgive me, where are my manners? I am Kennelly, elder of Rito Village. Now then, is that not a Sheikah slate dangling from your hip? Oh my, so it is true. That means you must be a champion like Master Ravali, one of the few able to board Divine Beast Vamado. No, what am I thinking? The champions have all been dead for 100 years. This boy must be a mere descendant, an inheritor of the Sheikah slate. Ah, forgive me. Champion descendant, if you would listen to this old man's request, you would have my eternal gratitude. Thank you, truly. Now that I know you have the blood of a champion, there is something I must ask of you. How shall I put this? If you would like to deal with Divine Beast Vamado, the giant beast circling above us. Oh, I totally misread that. Only a chosen one, a champion, can stop a divine beast. You must enter the beast and bend it to your will. I tried explaining this to the more headstrong Rito warriors, but they wouldn't listen to reason. Tiba and Hearth tried to confront Meadow, but it did not go well, and Hearth was injured. Tiba escaped unscathed, but I fear he now plans to face Meadow alone. As a descendant of the champions, perhaps you can help us. Please, find Tiba. If you work together, you may be able to stop Divine Beast Vamado. Okay, I do. I kill giant bird for you. We make big feast. Is there a place a guy can get a sleep around here? Where's the freaking local inn, man? You found your old jeans? Lionels are fun. Eh, they can be. Until you fight the silver ones. Oh wait, can I sleep here? There we go. Did you know because the Inika are created in Bionicle because Matoran are shocked by looting? No, I did not know that. Thank you for telling me that, Mousy. Alright, so what we're gonna have to do is... How much for the bird clothing? Ooh. Oh, I'm spending that guy's money, aren't I? Oops. Oh well. He'll survive. There we go. I am the bird warrior. They're good flurry rush practice. I imagine. Also, you know, it'd be funny is like if you could mount them and then take them to the stable and see how he freaks out. What? I misclicked. The Mask of Light. Have you ever taken a bear over to the... Ooh, you're right. I don't have enough money. Have you ever taken a bear over to the stable and watched how the guy freaks out? It's really funny. Oh, that's the inn right there. Well, guess what? I got to sleep for free. Yeah, you can do that. You can do it with a bear and a deer and a... Does this game have stall horses? I don't remember if this game has stall horses or if that's Tears of the Kingdom. But I know in Tears of the Kingdom you can take stall horses over to the what'd you call it? Stable, and he freaks out about it. He's like, "Where did you get that thing? Put the thing back where it came from, or so help me." Okay, this is probably gonna be a very bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Because Slacker is the king of bad ideas. Oh, no, actually, it was actually a pretty good idea. You're getting Epona? I don't have that, what do you call it? I don't have that, amiibo. I have Wolf Link and I have Tears of the Kingdom Link. Those are the only Link amiibos I have. Your OC does not have a mouth and one eye. So is your OC from the story I have no mouth and I must scream?
Welcome back from the ad break. See? It wasn't so bad.
Ah, you lost your horse. You have the giant mountain horse? You mean the giant blue horse? The horse god? A giant rhino? Oh man, you're scaring off the rhino. Stop. I want to take a picture of the rhino. A white horse descended from Zelda. Oh, that horse. Okay, I thought you were talking about the god of horses. Tame it? I don't know if you can get on the rhino. I could try. Oh no, stay there. Shh, 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 shh. Stay there. No, no, no. Can I get on it? Oh, no, he's much too fast. Did you get the giant black horse that's descended from Ganon's horse? I did, yes. Not in this game. I can show you where it is too. So if you go to the Great Plateau, which if memory serves is, yep, right over here. So there's like a canyon around here somewhere. It's along the Great Plateau. There's a canyon over here, and if you go down into that canyon, you will find it. You'll find Ganon's horse, or at least the descendant of his horse. Ben drowned or Sonic.exe? I don't know. I guess Sonic.exe would win. Who do you think would win? I need to cook some more foods. Okay, come here, fishy. Wait, no, that's not what I want to do, right? You think I would win against them? What makes you think that? I'm kind of a coward. I don't like spooky things. I mean, I'll play spooky games, but I'm kind of I'm a little baby. I don't like being jump scared. Do I have the champion's tunic? Yes, I do. I mean, that's one of the first things you get when you go and restore your memory, and then you go back to Impa. She gives you the champion's tunic. Welcome back, Tia. You still haven't gone to school, Tia? Okay, you're at the bus stop. Good. That horse over there almost looks like a Pona. Oh my gosh, look at it. It looks so much like a Pona. Go away, wolf. I got no quarrel with you. Looks delicious. What is it with you? You're gonna be 10 minutes late. Hey, 10 minutes late is better than not showing up at all. Shawarvo. Well, if your bus doesn't come, do you have to walk to school? You need more alarms. Path of Hidden Winds. Oh boy. The red light makes you think of the one time. What red light? Are you talking about the red light coming off of Link? Good job, Link. Turn around, buddy. There you go. That's Zelda. Okay, whatever you say, buddy. Whatever you say, buddy. Okay. I got a bunch of those Smiling Friends references in my sound thing on Twitch. The little sound things that you guys can play. Okay, what do? Kitty saw you toss tiny bits of food into a trash bin and she keeps checking. That's funny. Like, I know I saw you throw food in there. Hey, thank you for the follow. That's an interesting name. I can't read, but hey, how's it going? What's that say? I see the word Alistair, so I'm just going to call you Alistair. You got it, Duck. I don't know if I'm going to be playing that anytime soon, but if I will, then I'll let you know. How do I get up there? That is the question. Well, regardless of what it says, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Look at this. This guy's just taunting me. Is there a ladder on the other side? Hold on. Oh my goodness. That's why they called it Hidden Winds. Ha 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 ha. The ride is only like 5 minutes. Are you able to walk to work or school? How far away is it if you walk? Ouch, kitty. Ouch, kitty. Ouch, kitty. Ouch, kitty. Ow, that's my foot. Ouch. What's your problem? You're acting like a fucking psycho. Stop it. Stop it. Go away. Ah. Stop. Dude, she's like freaking viciously attacking my feet. What the hell? What did I do to you? Okay, I think we're okay. Yeah, kitty attack. She like... Sometimes she likes to go down there and like, you know, wrestle with my foot, which is like, you know, whatever. And then now all of a sudden she's like, I'm gonna sink my freaking claws into your flesh, human. And that hurt. That hurt a lot. I'm not being mean. I'm not being mean to her. She's freaking tearing into my flesh and I'm not allowed to be mean? Ouch, stop. Yeah, calmate. I will eat you. I swear on my life, I will eat you, Pepper. Stop. Okay, we're good. Your cat's chill. Sometimes cats are. I used to have a really chill cat. He was an old man. Old Russian blue. He was a good boy. I mean, my kitty loves me. Don't get me wrong. I love her. She loves me. But sometimes she plays a little too roughly. Like right now on my arms, if I were to do an IRL stream of like, you know, just my hands, you guys would see how gashed up my hands and arms are. It looks like I got into a fight with a rose bush. Pepper owns the treehouse, yeah. I think Pepper might be the only thing that Foxy's afraid of. She'd whoop him. Oh, look, a moose. Tabitha moose. That's how a face reveal. Oh, don't worry. I'll be very, very, very careful. Stay still. Stay still. Just want to eat you. Pay attention to me, and then she gets mad. Yeah, like, hey, hey, pay attention. Pay attention. Hey, hey. And then I do, and she's like, what do you want? Leave me alone. All right, cat. Whatever. But yeah. I mean, you don't need to worry about that. I will be very, very, very careful whenever we do like crafting streams. And plus, that's not going to be for a while anyways, because I want to buy a better webcam. The one I have now is kind of meh. It wouldn't do very well. Yeah, even Foxy's scared. He's like, I'm not messing with her. You out of your mind? You will eat me for lunch. I should wear a mask. Maybe. I'm also thinking about doing a like building a little thing that would have like a black fabric where the camera is basically looking down into a box and all it sees is the black fabric. Or I'll do green fabric so that I can key it out. And then we can do like a little image on the box or something. Bro, what's wrong, Tia? Is your bus not coming? Why are you trying to get in and get on the back of the bus? Remember that time I said I would totally give Foxy pizza? Sure. But does he deserve it? I'll give him all the pizza he wants if I can figure out how the heck to give him a personality. Because I'm working on trying to make him... Like, if you guys know the VTuber Neurosama, it's basically a VTuber who is completely AI. And she's very unhinged and funny. I'm trying to go for something like that, but I am in no means a freaking like data scientist or programmer
Mossy
or
says,
any of
"See,
that
I
stuff.
can talk slacker."
Yes, you can talk. Don't overdo it with the TTS though, okay? Who, the Korok? Yeah, the Koroks are cute, but then I can do this, watch. I can go up. Dun-dun. Dun-dun. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun. Do that. How does that make you feel? Let that be a reminder for you to behave and chat, or I'll drop a big rock on your head. Not really, because that's too heavy. Hey, get it, Maury. Kick his butt. Ooh. Oh, it's one of these guys. Okay. Please, leave me alone, buddy. Ow, why did you do that? Please do not do that to yourself. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please, buddy. Also, do I have a picture of them? Stalmoblin. Well, I got the tree, but whatever. Did you know that the word stal is Helian for skeleton or skeletal? And the word phos means human. So stalphos means skeletal human or humanoid. And so anytime you see the word stal in front of something, it just means it's skeletal in Zelda lore. Okay, this is bullshit. You're gonna have to, like, heck off. Stupid little bats. Yeah, keep blowing your dumb little whistle, dude. No one's coming to save you. Oh my god, I was so wrong about that. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong hood, please. I am currently leaving. Oh, holy macaroni. Let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't piss off bokoblins. Alright, can I ride this rhinoceros? No. I can ride the moose though. Dang it. You should totally do that. Hey, go for it. Be my guest. I'm not gonna stop you. Nor am I gonna save you. You're on your own, pal. Come on, stop moving. I gotta start taking pictures of things before I just like openly assault them. What are you taking him hostage for? What did he do to you? You gotta be nice to the boy. Hey, Hunter, how you doing? What's going on, friend? You're fantastic? Awesome. I am happy to hear that. I am fantastic as well. Despite the fact that I unfortunately have to go back to work tomorrow. But hey, that's the nature of 3-day weekends, right? They don't last forever. He owes you 20 bucks after you beat him in Smash Brothers. Well, that's why I tell him to stop gambling, but he doesn't listen to me. Hey, thank you, Aki. I appreciate it. Yeah, don't spam on the keyboard, all right? I'm generally pretty lenient on most chat things, but spam I don't tolerate. Okay? When's the VR stream? When I find my VR stuff. Because my VR setup is in storage right now. Or the other thing is I get lucky and I'm able to purchase a new Steam VR setup. Like that new system that they announced. It's calling me Big Game Hunter Link. Jesus, how many shots do you take, pal? Ooh, look at all that gourmet meat. Guess we're hunting more rhinos. They call you Mr. Beast? No, they don't. You're not Mr. Beast. I'm Mr. Beast. Just kidding. You're Mrs. Beast? Oh, congratulations. I didn't know Mr. Beast got married. Is he gonna give you his 11 jillion dollars when you divorce him? Or did he make you sign a prenuptial agreement? Mr. Beast seems like the kind. I don't want to slander the guy, but he seems like the kind of make his spouse sign a prenuptial agreement. You can't have any of my chocolate money. Or my Lunchables money. Made you watch Chop Kick Panda? What is that? Sounds like a knockoff of Kung Fu Panda. I don't think you want to mess with me, Wolf. I got a stick that throws fireballs. You will regret it. Bark, 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 bark. Oh, you're so tough. Oh, you're so tough. Bark, 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 bark. Get on with ya. A Foxy plush that people can hit when they get mad. What do you got against Foxy? What's up, Maury? I'm trying to give him sentience. Oh, I barely missed that boulder. You got the Lionel? Let's go. You're a pro, I told you. Yeah, I don't know I don't know what I'm really doing. It's a miracle I could even get him to talk in the first place. But I don't know the first thing about programming any of that sentient stuff. Well, I mean, it's not really sentience. Basically just having two LLMs talk to each other to give you the perception of sentience. Your friend trained you for timing? Ah. See, I don't have a sensei. Okay, look here, buddy. Get microwaved. What do I think is the most classic creepypasta? Isla's Jack or YouTube 666? I have not heard of either one of those. To me, the classic creepypasta are like the like Jeff the Killer and stuff like that, or Smile Dog, because that's the stuff that I grew up on in the classic internets. Because I am an old man, many centuries old. I love lighting enemies on fire. Slendy Tubby? That sounds like something I might have watched on Vine Sauce back in the day. Hello, Moonclaw. Fun fact, fire hurts? Nah. Nah, you can take it. Fire tickles. Alright, Mousy, have a good one. Nice choo-choo. Nice to meet you. Don't go near the far stables. The Lionels take over the stables. That kind of makes sense. They are horse people. And supposedly Lionels are extremely intelligent, so it's like, why don't they just form their own society? Break away from Ganon's influence. Make their own society. I'd respect them for that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Man, aren't opals pretty? You eat Lionels? Ooh, what do they taste like? Do they taste like horse or do they taste like lion? Chicken? Oh. I don't know what I expected. Of course they taste like chicken. Thank you, Aki. White or blue maned? Ooh, then they're pretty strong then, hey? Ah, you got me. God damn. Thank you, fish wife.
It is my pleasure.
Yeah. She's the fish wife. Did I get ice keys yet? Why do I hear something rolling towards me? Oh, it's my stuff rolling away from me. Why, because you like bossing people around? Huh? Is that how you get your kicks, Maury? Telling people what to do? Telling them to take a hike? Like, get out of here, you weirdo. Because you get free entertainment. Oh, man. Are you saying I should charge for this? Alright, everybody owes me one chicken taco from Taco Bell. That's the entry fee from now on. Is this a dead end? I thought this was the way to get up the mountain. No! Leave me alone. I'm gonna set you on fire. Set your heart ablaze. Oh, that just instantly murked him. Holy cow. What? What's that, Maury? Where's the shrine? Welcome back, Mousy. What? Where is it? Is it down here? Shrine, where are you? Don't charge people? Oh. I was hoping to get free tacos out of this. What you're saying is I don't deserve tacos. Is that what you're saying? Oh, Jesus. What is the range on this guy? Holy cow. You do bread taxes? Okay. Then I'm gonna do taco taxes. From now on, everybody owes me 1 taco. Okay? And to get into the stream, you have to deposit your tax of 1 chicken taco from Taco Bell. Any of these better? Hold on. Oh yeah, that sword's definitely better. Okay. You'll commit tax evasion? What? I remind you of Nick Wilde. Why? Is it because I'm dastardly? Or I'm devilishly good looking? Or because I sound like Jason Bateman? Hey look, wolves, I'm gonna need you to get out of the way because I don't want to hit you. No, you're right, Maury. I'm calling myself that. Because I'm cocky and I banter with you. You know what? You know what? I'll take it. Where is that meat that I... Oh, right. It instantly cooked. Up, up, and away. Okay, where is this gosh heckin' darn? Okay, it's up here. Some. My humor is similar to Nick's. Really? I know, you know, I never got that from when I watched Zootopia. Is it really? Instantly vaporized him. Holy cow. He didn't stand a chance. Dicey. What's up, Dicey? It's Pokemon Snap, yeah. It is Pokemon Snap, isn't it? When I ask you for taco taxes, you vaporize me. You know what? Fair. Stream is going. We had some hiccups in the beginning. Stream crashed a couple of times, but you know, is it really a slacker stream unless it crashes? But other than that, everything's good. How about you? Did you stream today? Yeah. Dance for me, sucker. Dance. Sounds like he's saying I lost my jams. Thank you, Aki. Are you able to hear me? Hold on. Are you able to hear me, Dicey? Now I'm paranoid because of the problems I've been having. Like if you hold the rod really close to the ice, it melts a little bit too. Just in case you didn't know that. Your internet went out twice. Ugh. Oh, these gosh darn technical difficulties. May you ask for ear wiggles? Of course. Go wiggle, 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 wiggle. How's that? Oh man, my rod's broken. Did some board games, lost all but one
Diceven
game.
redeemed hydrate.
Heck yeah.
Get to it, you thirsty bitch.
Okay, I'll hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for keeping this thirsty bitch alive. Where's my flint? I just organized. Oh, there it is. I organized everything and now I lost everything. Maybe delayed. Oh, you know what? It might be my end too, so don't worry. No, 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 no. Don't move. Please tell me that that's reaching. I think that's reaching. Tail chomps. I'm moving. Almost got it. Give me the treasure chest. Give me the treasure chest. I desire the treasure chest. Man, this ice is stubborn. Wait, this is a treasure chest, right? I thought I saw something inside of it. He's the sheriff. I just remembered that we're out here. He's in there. And I just remembered, where's the caveman? You're seeing the issue on other people's too? Oh, okay. Close enough. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, hold on. I think I can catch something on fire. But did you have fun in your stream too, Dicey? Seeing as you kicked everybody's butt at board games? What board games did you play? You know, one of these days, we got to get the whole crew together and play some board games with you. I think that'd be fun. Beaver and the crew have been addicted to that game, Mimesis. Oh man, not another one of these. I'm gonna come back when I'm stronger. These major strength tests are kicking my butt. A repo company. Exactly. Exactly what it reminds me of. It's a little bit lethal company, a little bit repo. A lot of bit. Oh, I didn't even get the tower. I'm so dumb. A lot of bit fun. But those clips of those mimics that I have are hilarious. Okay, well then you know what? I'll figure out how to broach the subject. What do you think would be a good board game for us to play, since you're the board game expert? What do you think would be a good one for all of us? Okay, we're trying to get over to that mountain, please. Also, I have not seen the dragons yet. Does anybody remember when the dragons appear? They come around? Okay. No, I know they appear in certain spots. Like here, it should be Lanayru. We should be seeing the Lanayru dragon flying around, but I don't see it. So I'm trying to remember, like, when do they show up? Player interaction that leads to a bit of spite. Yeah, anything with spite, I think they would love. Especially if Beaver has a chance to be a stinker to us. I think he would love that game. Okay, we're so close. It's right up there. Time for a little bit of mountain climbing. Well, are they always... Well, that's what I'm wondering, Maury. Are they always here? Because I should have seen at least Din by now. Okay. Maybe I'm just used to Tears of the Kingdom where you always see the dragons. Yeah, a board game night would be so much fun because also the crew has been talking about wanting to do D&D type stuff. But as anybody who does any D&D knows, it is impossible to coordinate something within everybody's schedule. And then when everybody does have time, everybody wants to do something else. Same as it ever was, eh? Yeah, that's very true, Dicey. 110% true. Okay, I am in trouble here. That gained me a little bit of more stamina. Barosh is 5 a.m. Dinral 5. Oh, they're nighttime. They're time gated. Yeah. Okay. So I'm definitely thinking of Tears of the Kingdom when you see them all the time. Schedule boss OP. Oh man. Just the way it is. If only we were a bunch of college kids, right? Then it'd be no big deal. And knowing is half the battle. That's what G.I. Joe always says. Oh boy. Link's hands and arms must be numb right now. Thank you, Hockey. I knew something like this was gonna happen. I don't have any fire stuff. I'm gonna have to set a bunch of campfires. Ah, pardon my yawns. Oh my gosh, I just saw the time. I knew this was going to be a bit of a shorter stream due to me starting a little bit later. You're a college kid? Well, I am not. Those days are long behind me. I think this might be a good spot to do this. There we go. Picked up something called Mall Wizards. Oh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like something that's like really 90s. That sounds like some really fun 90s stuff. Also, what's your major, Maury? If you don't mind me asking, that is. Let's see. Are there any other shrines out there? I do not see any more shrines out there. There is a shrine that's underground, but I forgot how to get to it. Tiny Mall Wizards. Is it like is that a like a euphemism, or is it like literally you're in a mall and you're a wizard? English creative writing try. Oh, that's, you told me already. I remember now. That's cool. That's cool. Did I also ask you like what you plan on doing with that? My goodness. Who is that? Who's that? I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss it. Who is it? Gosh darn it. Okay, well, it'll pop up in a second. Well, hello, Raiders. Hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for raiding me. It's Zaddy. Hi, Zaddy. Hello, Zaddy and Zaddy Raiders. How's it going? Sorry, for some reason the stream setup is borked today. Nothing is working the way it should work. So I'm gonna have to give you a manual shout out. So here we go. Hello there. There you go. That'll at least work. Yes, I was on the struggle bus majorly today. Oh my goodness. Planning on being an author? Ooh, heck yeah. I'm guessing like fantasy, sci-fi stuff is your forte. How was the silk sonning today, Zaddy? And also there's gonna be a bit of a delay, by the way, between our like me saying things to you and you being able to answer. That's also part of the jink tonight. Climbing this tower looks wild. Yeah. It's the breath of the wild. Probably one of your best silk song strings. Heck yeah. What'd you do? Did you kick a bunch of boss butt? I always knew you had it in you, Zaddy. You are the silk song goddess. Dystopian sci-fi romantasy. Ooh. Sounds like I'm going to be hearing your name one day on some huge best-selling book. Kick some boss butts pretty quickly relatively to past tries. Hey, PBs. That's what we all go for. We just go for PBs.
Welcome to the gaming couch, all two Sarsity viewers. We're so happy to have you.
Thanks for joining the party late there, Foxy. Glad you could make it. Is that the whole map done now? No, I still got 2 spots to go. No. Un, dos, trois. Still got 5 more spots to go. Okay. Okay, before we end for the day, can we at least make it to that shrine? Please don't be a test of strength. Oh, wait, this is the bowling spot, ain't it? I don't feel like bowling tonight. Yeah, Foxy was like, oh, wait a minute. I'm supposed to do something. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I'm coming. I know. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry about that. The stream literally was like, it was like micro crashing every couple of minutes. It was driving Rexy crazy though. Like Cam and Rexy were losing their minds because of it. And I had to, you know what? Ooh, actually, now that everything's fixed, I need to remember to do this before I leave for the day. Is that gonna work? Uh-oh. Wait, how do you do this? There we go. Okay, Sari is a bot again. All right, Aki, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Have a good night. I hope you have plenty of restful sleeps. All righty, Zaddy. That's a funny typo. Oh, don't say that. Is this a tough one? This doesn't look too bad. Rinoya. Directing the wind. Okay, let's take a look. Let's see what we got. So we got a wind tunnel thingy there. Okay. What's stopping me from just jumping over there and tossing this in myself? The wind doesn't even blow it. Oh.
Bene redistia intervallo preconiae. Anima tua nunc mea possessio est.
Okay, well, what's stopping me from just doing this then? Hold on. Maybe if I just put it here. Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. That wasn't hard. What? How's that cheating? legitimately that that was legit. Well, anyways, I'm supposed to use the win. Says who? Mm. All right, Dicey. Thank you for stopping by and chatting. I appreciate you. You have a good night and have good sleeps. I'm actually going to stop here for the night myself. Because it is late and I must get ready for sleeps and for work. Says the game. Oh, pish posh. Pish posh. Yeah, see, the developers left room for creativity. So, if they didn't want me to do it that way, then they should have not let me do it that way. Anyways. Enough with being facetious. Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and start the ending. Oh. Sorry, I forgot it doesn't like it when I put the controller down. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you. I want the game's music to play us out. Alright, stick around Twitch. We're gonna go ahead and raid out. And I'm just gonna say goodnight to TikTok first. So, thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate your... Thank you, Fishwife, for interrupting me. I appreciate all of your support. You guys mean the world to me. I might... tomorrow's Tuesday, so I might stream. We'll see what happens. And if I don't, then I'll see you guys Wednesday. Please take care of yourselves. Have a good night, okay? And also sorry for all the technical problems. Alrighty, Twitch. Let us go ahead and raid out. Alright, we got people playing Zelda. We might just go ahead and raid a friend because I don't have a lot of time to sit here and look for people to raid. My goodness, is really... Okay, there we go. I was looking for you, Mac. Alright, we're gonna go raid our buddy Mac, who is playing Path of Exile. And it's been too long since I raided him anyways. Alright, everybody. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with all my nonsense and the stream jankiness. Hopefully next time it won't be so bad. Please take care of yourselves. Hopefully, maybe I'll be here tomorrow. Like I said, it's Tuesday. I might be here, I might not. But if I'm not, I'll see you guys Wednesday. Have a great night. Bye-bye.